Crypto. 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 We almost there. Crypto. I would like to welcome everyone to the place to be. This is Empire DAO, the biggest meetup in New York City. This is Crypto Monday. For all the new people who have not been here, or this is your first time here, we'd like to welcome you. Today is a very special day. We kind of packed. I'd like to shout out Lou Kerner that is in the building. I would like everyone to give Lou Kerner his own Crypto Monday. Crypto! Monday! Crypto! Yeah, Lou, this is for you. Are we ready? Come on, make sure.
There we go.
Yes.
Newbie.
It's all good.
First time with the mic.
No. Yes, Lou. Lou. I want everyone to give Lou a round of applause. Without Crypto Mondays, you won't be there.
Founder. Come over here.
Come on, Lou.
For everybody who doesn't know, this is Lou Kerner. He is the founder of Crypto Mondays, did the first one back in 2018.
Absolutely.
Clientele, feedback in district.
Yes. Come on, Mike. Come on. This is Mike. This is Mike.
Mike Friata.
Oh, first time Empire DAO.
Well done, Shane Mike. Welcome.
What's up? We're doing an impromptu rap battle or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go. I just want to say thanks everyone for coming. I did not plan anything, but I've not been here for many Crypto Mondays because I've got 2 kids, and this is usually when I get to go home. But I love seeing this crowd. I love seeing all of you here. Just so happy to see this come to fruition. So thanks everyone for being here.
Hey, let's give them a big hand because we get to be here because of Mike and what they've done.
All right. So, to get started, everybody, first of all, thank you so much for coming. Let's get a show of hands real quick. How many people is this the first time at Crypto Monday?
Let me see all new first timers.
Wow.
Yes.
All right. Amazing. How many people is it the second time?
Second timers.
So people returning.
I see
Yeah,
two.
all right. We got a handful of people. Awesome. That's great. So, next thing, how many people here are developers?
Let's see developers raise your hands.
All right. You're about to get mobbed. But no, seriously, come up to us afterwards. We got like a kind of a job board going. If you're interested in doing some development in the space, come and talk to us because we got lots of opportunities out there.
Yes.
How about VCs? Anybody here with money?
Any VCs, put your hands up.
We got a few people.
Okay.
Sweet. All right. Designers.
Any designers?
Look around. All right.
NFT
Nice.
artists?
Cool. So take a look around. These
Hold
are
on.
the people, guys. This is
Crypto curious. Let me see all the crypto curious. Yeah, there we go. That's what I need to see. Crypto curious. Now, I have a message for crypto curious.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Right here.
Yeah, hey. This
Hey,
is a
everybody.
community.
Quiet down over there,
You
please.
have to tell your cousins in the back, we have to be a little quiet.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, what do we got next? All right, look, we don't want to take up too much time. The way this normally works is we have networking. We have lots of time to hang out. By the way, there were drinks, there was food here. Sometimes it's sponsored where we have lots of drinks. Sometimes it's not, where there aren't as many, and you can BYO. All right, so if you want to bring like some beer, wine, whatever, you're free to do that.
And if you want to sponsor Crypto Mondays,
yes.
make sure you come and talk to John.
Talk to me. All right. The other thing is if you want to get involved in the DAO,
Yes.
this happens in over 30 cities around the world every single Monday.
Yes.
All right. So if you want to get involved and help out, learn about DAOs, be involved in the community, if you're plugged in here in New York,
Guys, can we listen up?
Can we get everyone's attention, please? If you would like to talk, there's a separate room in the back. You can talk.
back in that room.
Thank you.
So if you want to get involved in Crypto Mondays in another city, you can work your way through the DAO. This is a big community. It's the largest IRL Web3 meetup in the world because we have these going on in 30 plus cities. They've been in 60 cities around the world over the last few years. So it's a big community. If you want to get involved, come see one of us after the talk too. The way this normally works is we have networking, We hang out, then we do a little fireside chat where you're supposed to learn something. There's a Q&A, fireside chat's 15, 20 minutes, Q&A for 20 minutes, and then we go back to networking, right? This is supposed to be a way for people to get onboarded, to level up. So keep coming back, keep bringing questions. Eventually, it looks like we're gonna outgrow this space. So we're gonna talk to Mike about knocking down some walls or getting a bigger space somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, so I just want to make an announcement. We have a group called Crypto Oracle. It's an advisory group for tech companies. This is something that Lou has conjured up in his magnificent mind of his. And what it is giving you direction to where you need to go within this space. And there's a lot of experts within that space of that team, right?
That's right. So if you have a project, and you'd like to run it by some experts, get involved with some consulting, we can talk about that too. Come see one of us, go up to Lou.
Yes.
Crypto Oracle is something that's, it's gonna get huge. It's a consulting organization. So we got lots of stuff going on here.
I got something to talk about.
You got something else?
Yeah. So there's a lot of things going on in here. There's a lot of people in here in this room, right? We don't know what each and every person do, but we all know that we want to be or going to be or is particular in the Web3 space. So it's important that you make sure you make contacts and connects when you leave here. Make sure you talk to people. If you have an idea or a concept that you want to get by or draw up, everybody's in this room. If there's some type of piece of the puzzle that you're missing with your startup, it's in this room. So make sure you make these connects, and it's crypto.
All right. Without further ado, let's have our host up here, Josh Hudson.
Give Josh a round of applause, please.
Beautiful people in here. Thank you. Thank you for coming out today on a beautiful Monday as we celebrate Crypto Mondays. I'm honored to have with me Marco Grendel. Everyone give him a round of applause, please. Marco is a Web3 ninja. He's, let's take a seat. He's bounced around many parts of the industry, just done consulting, blogging. He's worked with decentralized organizations. How about you introduce yourself?
Well, I start from what I do now. My role is, I work with Polygon. My role is DAO, meaning that I'm taking care, building, developing PolygonDAO, and do some stuff about supporting all the DAOs and the DAO toolings on Polygon. So before that,
go ahead, please. So before we break into that, like already, Polygon, Bankless, like superstar with that, but now you're working with DAO. So we're talking about Polygon, which is a huge enterprise like that encompasses a lot of Web3. But now you're into like this specific segment of it called a DAO. What is a DAO?
Well, it is. It could be simple to define a DAO, but it is not anymore. Because at the end, there are so many ways to do a DAO. There are so many DAOs around that we can talk about different ways of create digital decentralized organizations. Some are more decentralized, some are more autonomous, some less. But at the end, we all are using those this DAO that maybe will just end as crypto ended at one point. That everything now is called Web3. Well, DAOs are mostly, at least at start, a way to build in a different way. First of all, well, when I talk about DAOs, I used to say that you have to define if there are three main specification characteristics. So one is about coordination between many people that are trying to do something together. And let's start from what Vitalik used to say, that you don't do a DAO just because you want it. You do a DAO because you have done something to do. And then you have to organize people doing something. You have to find a way of how those people will coordinate. Then you have to find a way to govern the DAO, govern the people that are working together. And the third part is owning and sharing something. So at the end, it's about people that are trying to coordinate in order to govern something that they share. Of course, this could be not decentralized, it could be not on-chain, it could be many things. things. At the end, this description could fit for a family, for a country, or for anything else. So we need something more. Well, we define a DAO because it should be on-chain. We know that most of the DAOs at the end won't have quite anything on-chain, if not a token, an NFT, or something else. Because most of the time, even if they vote using Snapchat, well, it's not on-chain. They should have a new way to engage people and to create with a bottom-up perspective instead of a top-down perspective. But we know that some DAOs are not like this.
Right. So DAOs are just basically they're like companies that are on chain, right?
Well, they are entities. They are organizations.
Let's say entities or organizations
they're not
on chain.
companies. They could be companies, but they could be anything. They could be, well, in my opinion, a multi-sig is DAO, because you have at least two people that have to find a way to govern something that they share.
And what's a multi-sig?
A multi-sig is a wallet that is shared between more than two people. And in order to, well, spend the money, the NFT, or transfer the NFT that are inside it, they have to, well, sign both of them. Well, they should sign both of them in order, and so they have to find a way to coordinate this and to find a way to share. But at the end, in my opinion, what DAOs are right now are a way for many people to, well, to build something together in a new way, to find a new, to push the boundaries of the organizations as we know it to something new. So maybe that was just another step on how organizations are built, are developed, and so on. It won't be the last step, but of course it is something very interesting. And I think, in my opinion, the more and more, everything that we know, all the kind of organization, all the businesses and so on, will have over time something that will be decentralized. And so we will expand the idea of DAOs more and more in the future.
Wow, that's very interesting. You said that traditional businesses won't decentralize aspects of their business, so DAOs could be an attractive tool for that. So that leads me to wonder, you're with Polygon, it's this huge enterprise, right? They're Web3 focused, but at the end of the day, they're a traditional enterprise. What interest do they have in DAOs? So why is Polygon spearheading the Polygon DAO project?
Well, I could start from what Sandeep is one of the co-founders of Polygon, shared about 1 week or 2 weeks ago, saying that, well, the CEO of a Web3 company is the community. Well, at one point, when in the future Polygon will have as a CEO the community, we know that Polygon will be a DAO. It's not right now, but Polygon is very interested in decentralization from many points of view. First of all, because nothing can be built without a community. Nothing will be able to scale in a traditional way. Polygon moved, as many others, Web3 big companies, let's call them like this, the number of the people that are working on Polygon, increased by, I don't know, 10, 12, 20, maybe 30, 50 times in a few months. But there is a limit. There is a limit where you cannot go on just hiring people. And in order to do something, well, you will have to find ways to scale. I think that DAOs are one of the ways on how any kind of organization, entities, business, and so on, are able to scale. They are able to, first of all, to delegate. And delegation, most of the time, is the first phase before the centralization.
So that's very interesting, because we think about decentralization coming from, first they're centralized and then they're spreading out. It's not grassroots coming down and up. But
it really depends.
It depends. But how do the people at the bottom of this decentralization trail benefit from that? So here's Polygon, key decision makers. They decided to decentralize parts of their business. The communities, the people who are using the products every day, and how do they benefit from this, if at all?
Well, for PolygonDAO and for all the ones that I call, and not just me, ecosystem DAOs. So DAOs that are referring to an ecosystem, people, communities, individuals, and projects that are built on top of it, of an ecosystem. Well, an ecosystem could be seen, I could use a very simple analogy, the analogy of a nation. And it's not just me, of course. We just have Balaji that was sharing the network nation. I don't remember the title of that.
Network state?
Network state, the network state, exactly. And bankers, during the podcast, many times use this analogy of ecosystem as countries. If you see it as a country, well, it's far more simple to understand how a lot can proceed. A country usually starts on a centralized way. You have founding fathers, but then there is a progressive decentralization progress that will give the power to the citizens. When you will have very democratic election, you know that you have a functional DAO that is fully decentralized. And this is one of the, it's not simple, it will take a lot of time, it will take a lot of different steps, but this is a one way on how you can start from something that is centralized and make it decentralized.
And with that decentralization for that network state, I think that gives a lot of people autonomy to introduce their skill sets of what they currently already do, but be able to work on projects they actually want to work on at will. So how do you see that shaping as DAOs start to develop? Will Polygon play an active role in helping onboard people into Web3 using the skill sets they already have? Like what is that kind of going to look like? Because I know you're big on that educational piece as far as onboarding people.
Well, before starting the PolygonDAO, the main DAO where I was involved was Bankless DAO.
And what's Bankless?
Bankless is, well, it's a very popular podcast, the media talking about crypto. And Bankless started the DAO in a very decentralized way. And it was very decentralized because at the end, everyone that had a subscription to their services, just randomly received some tokens, if I remember correctly, 30,000 banks or 36,000 bank tokens that allowed you to be part of, to be a member of Bankless DAO. So there was not a centralized phase. There was a centralized decision, of course, but not a centralized governance. Bankless DAO is a very interesting, it's a very interesting social case to study. Because at the end, you could see many people, most of them were not even aware about Web3, they were not aware about crypto part. And they found the strength, they found the time to spend a lot of hours, days, and weeks building with complete stranger people that they were not able to see anyway, and everyone was very jealous of his identity and so on. And I was lucky to be there with many others, building something that at the end worked very well, and it's working very well. But the way it worked, it was, first of all, being able to explain to others what was happening, to tell them which are the values of Web3, how you can build on Web3. Because at the end, many people were arriving, were interested. They were saying, well, I have those skills, how can I use them? But it's not so simple, because Web3, all the skills that you have should be used in a quite different way. First of all, generally, in a real DAO, no one will tell you, you have to do this. It's you finding a gap. It's you finding something to do and provide value. And because of the value that you are going to provide, then you will become a valuable member of the DAO, because you are solving problems for the others. And this is very important. But most of the people are not able, all the people are not able to start just one day without having any idea on how to do it. And that's why education is very, very important.
Yeah, so thank you for that. For education, how do you enable that? So yeah, when DAOs first started, like you said, there was that chaos. Like you would have a skill set. It's like, should I work on this? Should I do that? Like, what value can I create and how? I don't know where to start. So how do you enable people to do this through education? How do you say, like, well, you have this skill set, we can take you from Web 2 to Web 3, where you can put the skill set to use and it can benefit you even more. So what does that look like?
Well, it's a kind of perfect society in some way. You are asked to do what you like. You are asked to do what you're good at. because everyone knows that if you will do what you are really capable of, well, it is more probable that you will succeed. And your success will create the value for the others. And of course, there are so many roles that some of them could be less engaging or interesting. For example, I spent I don't know how many months in the welcome channel, even if I had other roles. I felt the need, the real urge to be there, welcoming everyone that was coming, and giving them few words on what they had to do. Well, just go to the channel, read the instruction. If you need help, you can talk to those people and so on. So at the end, it's not just doing what you like, but it is owning what you're doing so much that at the end, what you want to do is first of all help others to support you doing what you love.
Right. So you had that onboarding mechanism. You were the onboarder. You were helping people come in and work. So that's going to be an important or a focal point of just getting people in the Web3. You need people in the organizations to welcome people in and tell them how they can get involved. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And this is very important because the biggest number of Web3 people at the end in the future will be completely unaware of being on Web3.
Right.
But in order to build a kind of Web3 society that is based on different values of the what we can call a Web2 world, we need aware people. We need people that are sharing some set of values, of ethics, and ethos, a general ethos that will help those that won't be aware of what they're doing to live a different life, to own what they have, to participate in a new way, and so on.
Excellent. I would love to go further into this, but I think we can open this up to the audience for questions. So, first hand up. If you have any, we'll just bring the mic to you.
Hi, thanks so much. Nice to meet you guys. It's my first time here. And my question for you, sir, is what do you see the first big use case to be for DAOs? Where do you see, because we have businesses working today, fine, I see, but there's a lot of businesses that are struggling. So where do you see DAOs being the first to really make an impact in the world?
Well, I think of many different use cases. Each one of them is great. I think that, as I was saying, that if we want to see the biggest impact, you have to start from education. Being able to provide this education, being able to tell the people that they are valuable, that they can actually do something. I think it is the base layer. It's like building layer 0, and on top of it, you will be able to have new businesses that will be built by people that are educated to do it. But anyway, if you want to talk about this layer 1, well, I used to, as many in this room, I used to talk with many businesses that are thinking how to move to Web3. It's not simple. It's not simple because in order to move to Web3, you should have the education that we're talking about, and also you should find a proper way to make it more efficient. And efficiency right now in DAOs is not so simple to get it because you have to govern something that usually is more participated than just a company. If you have 1,000 people, 100 people voting and deciding about something and discussing is not so efficient. But what you can actually have on DAOs is seeing an approach that is actually bottom up, meaning that you can get value that is built from a community, from a number of people that are some sort becoming advocates of your business, of what you're doing, and what you're doing at the end could benefit of the work of those communities. Again, there are so many use cases that can be actually done with DAOs more and more, especially in the future. But most of them will also depend not just on regular coordination, but on something else that I think are fundamental for the next phase of crypto itself, of Web3, that are the toolings. So the infrastructure, the public goods, what we call as public goods, that will be able to enable others to use new way to coordinate, how to vote, how to govern, how to share. So at the end, in my opinion, it's pretty early to say that a DAO can become a successful business. One can be, could. 100, 1,000 is too early. First of all, you need to have an infrastructure that can give the chance to people to build in a new way.
So you covered the question a little bit, but my question is, you know, especially as you scale and get larger, do you have a template for best practice on how to handle voting and how to tier that?
It really depends on the use case. I am not a big fan of frameworks, for example. A framework is something that you can use in order to enable a DAO, to start a DAO. Even if it is a way to make a DAO in a very simple way, I'm not a fan of it, because at the end you will have hundreds of thousands of different use cases, and I don't even understand how you can think about 1, 5, 10 frameworks. A framework, and so how to enable things should be decided by the same people that are starting this DAO, depending on the use cases. And that's why one big part of what we do, not just us on Polygon, but maybe many on the space, is pushing developers not to build, the all-in-one solution, but modules, composable piece of software that can operate one with each other, so being interoperable. And this interoperability that could be also permissionless, could really give the chance to everyone to build their own framework, their own needs, based on their own needs. So it's a different way to build, and it's a different way to use those tools. There is not a simple way to say that there is a good way to do one thing, because you can do it. It depends on what you have to do. You can have a different opinion on one governance, on one set of governance rules, if you are looking at from one perspective or to another.
One back right there. Oh,
Hi.
sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I wanted to ask a question, because one of the criticisms from DAOs has been well, some people who joined right at the end didn't do anything, and there was no organization, there was no direction. So is there anything that you've implemented that helps with that?
Well, this is actually something that happened, a few months later, that the first big community DAOs appeared. Many people were attracted, and most of them were not able to understand what they could do and how they could be engaged. And that's why I really think that everyone needs an education to do it. Because it is very difficult to move from the idea, I don't know what I can do here, and I'm waiting for someone telling me what I can do, to, I am master of myself, and I decide what to do because I see something that is missing. And there will be always something missing, because the entire ecosystem is evolving, the ideas are evolving, and so on. And so, but anyway, there are many, I think that this is something that should be addressed by developers, by companies, by software companies that should think about it. And I can tell you that every time that there is a new need that is expressed by community, there will be many people that are coming from those communities that will find a way to solve it. I don't know if they will be always successful to do it, but I don't think that the best way to solve one thing is from a centralized perspective. If it is, let's say, Polygon to decide about it, I don't think that could be a good idea. I think that it would be better to have 100 devs given 100 different solutions in order to be able to address this same problem from so many different perspectives, that at the end, many use cases that could be addressed.
I think we have one more right there.
One here.
Hey, thank you so much for this. This has been great. I have a question. So, outside of few tools like Snapshot, what would you say if someone is not as technical or isn't a developer? What are some core tools that they should have to start building out a DAO?
Well, there is something that right now is under development on the DAO space. The biggest number of DAOs are based on what we call token-based governance. So people are able to vote because they own a token. Could be an NFT, a fungible or a non-fungible token. Well, it is a great, well, a token-based governance is great depending on the DAO, the use case of your DAO. If your DAO is a product, is a company, well, your tokens are shares, and so it's okay. But if your DAO is a community, you should not own this community. So it's difficult to reply to this question, because at the end, I believe that right now, the space is currently exploring new ways to express the governance that is needed in order to reply to your question. In my opinion, the best way to express governance is, first of all, to make the governance very, well, wide, meaning that you can have a DAO expressing expressing governance in different way, depending on the use case that you want to address, and depending on the topic. And then, if you have to find the best way to do it, maybe it's a governance that is based on one side on a combination between an identity and a reputation in order to have a very democratic vote. Could be one member, one vote. And on the other side, a token, a fungible token. So you will be able to vote because you are, because you have, or a combination because your reputation is and because you own something. So at the end, well, I spent all the time saying the same thing. It really depends on the use case. But if you want to address the governance of the community, I think that the best suggestion that I could give is not base this on a token.
Thank you.
And thank you for all the questions. That's the last round we have. But everyone, please give it up for Marco.
Marco, where can the people find you? What are your socials, and how can they keep track of your project?
Well, it's very simple. Well, it's the PolygonDAO. You can find it on Twitter. It's 0x PolygonDAO, or on Twitter. Then it's Grendel Marco. It's not difficult. It was also in the Telegram. I always reply to everyone. It could take time, of course, but I always do.
And sorry we had to cut questions short, but if you did have any more, we'll make sure you get it in. You can speak to Marco at the end.
Marco, I don't want you to go nowhere yet. So, let me get in here. So, I don't want to put you under pressure. For the last few months, everybody has been stressing about gas fees, right? And it seems like Polygon is the place to be. Why is that?
Well, when the gas fees become something, well, very important, I can say that Polygon was well positioned in order to attract many devs, especially devs that were building. I was one of those devs, because before joining Polygon, I had an IT company, and we were building NFT marketplaces and so on. And the people that we were working for, so our customers, well, they want something somehow to not to have all those crazy fees, because they knew that then they were not able to work. Well, the first choice for quite everyone asked was Polygon. Was Polygon because at the end it was something that worked. But especially, I think it's very important right now, not just because I work there, is because there was a team that was able, even if it was kind of tiny back then, it was 20, 30 people, they were able to reply to everyone that was asking questions. This Polygon Discord was a mess, but you were kind of sure that you were going to receive a reply. So there was all the time people that were telling you if something was not working, how to make it work. This is the difference, and this is how on the PolygonDAO we are building the support for all the new projects, with human touch, with being also there to help people, to support them, because at the end they are doing their best. and you should be there helping them. Of course, with the bandwidth that you have, but you should be there. I think that one of the reasons why Polygon now becomes so great is, of course, because of the gas fees, but also because the team was able, during, well, months and months, to provide all the support that was needed from the developers.
Now that's a big thing because there's a lot of companies that you may run into a problem and there's no one there for support, or it takes 4 or 5 days to get a response on support. So that is a magnificent thing. But I want everyone in this room who has a project but don't have a chain to go to, I want you to raise your hands. Let's see. I see 2, 3, 4. Well, here's the Polygon guy. Make sure you make this connect, because this is an opportunity that won't present itself. And we're going to give him a warm crypto. Thank you. Don't go nowhere, y'all. The party just started. So, I always like to do this because I would like to see who is in the room. Who is in the room? This should be a game. I should make them a game, right? Who is in the room? I want to start off with Gaffer Pay. Gaffer? Gaffer, yes. Yes, yes. See, I have, like, in this space, come on, Mo. In this space, we're giving you a 10-second elevator pitch, right? Right, John? 10-second elevator pitch. Come up, talk about your project, talk about how CryptoMondays can help you, talk about what you can use or how you can help anybody within this room.
Thank you so much, guys. My name is Marco. Thank you so much, guys. Welcome to CryptoMondays. My name is Mohamed Saad. I'm the CEO and co-founder of GafferPay. GafferPay means wallet in our language, national in West Africa, Senegalese. It's called GAFA. It's mean a wallet. It's kind of like a financial platform app who giving access immigrant people and unbanked people have access to the banking platform, will be able to send in money without any fee. And also we'll be able, it's kind of like a mobile app all in one. People will be able to receive money and expend the money with the GafferPay without go to the agency and take out the cash. Actually, we have a company, Gaffer LLC based in New York City, and also we have another Gaffer SA based in Senegal, and we already have a license from the central bank to cover 8 countries in the West Africa. It's called the CFA currency. Actually, we're building up, and actually right now, everything is going well. So far, we already have 4,000 agencies based in West Africa, and we're planning to launch, and get a connection in European countries and United States, and also we already have also this funding bank based in the United States to cover the services. Immigrant people will be able to download our app and sending money from here to back home also. Thank you so much.
Crypto. Yeah, that's it. Come on now. Anybody want to come up? Here's a chance and an opportunity to speak about your project. Everybody don't come on at the same time. Come on, come on.
Hi, my name is Arthur, and I provide services with the NFT, like promotion, development, building metaverse buildings and the skins. So we have the artists, 2D and 3D designers. So also social media marketing managers and PR managers. Our company is in Ukraine and in Europe. So if you need something, just come to me and maybe we will collaborate with something.
Round of applause.
Hello, everybody. We are actually the Jersey Force, so we do have an upcoming project. It's a film project based on our life story. We're two of the 4 guys that got shot in the Jersey Turnpike. It was a big racial profiling incident that happened back in 1998. It set the racial profiling laws in effect. It was 4 college basketball students on the way to college. I was shot 6 times, but I survived to tell my story. So we have a documentary film that's coming out at the end of the year called Jersey Flow. We've been shooting about 7.5 years now. And we teamed up with Slam Magazine, Respect the Game Film Division. We also have a non-for-profit organization called Pass to Assist, which we actually doing a back-to-school give back this Sunday in Harlem. And we work on both Jersey and the New York side. So that's definitely we're here to learn and connect with the right people, so we could also put our project on the space with you guys.
And also my name is Jermaine Grant, part of the Jersey 4. We also have a tequila called Yabe Tequila, which means key in Spanish. One of the best tequilas you're ever going to taste. We have the only mango on the market, reposado, jalapeno, blanco, and coconut. So we've been doing a lot of great things in the community. So we came here to learn due to a good friend of mine, Ivan Perez. So we're just trying to be part of the family so we can grow and build.
Thank you.
You can't come in here talking about y'all got tequila, don't bring nothing from Crypto Monday.
We got the bottles.
Yeah, we need tequila in there. So, what do you say, mango and jalapeno? Oh, yes. Right, John? Come on up. This is what this is about. This is community. Nobody's gonna know about your project unless you actually talk about it. No one's gonna be able to help you unless you actually help. And this is what this room and this platform is.
Hi guys, my name is Igor Ogari, I'm Ukrainian, so I'm doing for 2 years. We're doing Web3 neobank, so banking on Polygon, a wallet Polygon integrated to US bank account, and it's similar to the product that Mohammed just pitched, so we can partner with the potential partners. So what we do, we open kiosks.
Wait a minute, did that happen in here? Potential partners? Did that happen in here?
Yeah.
Look, amazing. Give it a round of applause. This is what community is about.
So for non-crypto people, this means that you can send money like we are crypto rails, stable coins, USDC, there is Brazil, we're right now going to Mexico and Brazil, these are the first countries for us. And for crypto people, we are preparing a cool product called Gen Cards. This is basically a card that works as an NFT and that works also as a credit card. So it has 2 form factors. As an NFT, you can customize with your favorite Gen 8, so it's like this, like Gen. Yeah, and then you can put this to the wallet and use this as a credit card. So we will go live like in November. Right now we're looking for the partners. We're planning to like some accelerators like Polygon Accelerator and basically looking for like-minded people. Thank you.
You in the room with the like-minded people. When it's time for that launch, we gotta bless the crypto community.
Hi, my name is Irma Bravo, and this is my first time here. Thank you for Monica that invited me. Well, I've been collecting and trading NFTs for over a year, and my friends call me NFT Queen because I've been very assertive in my bets. But I found myself, like really having a very good intuition for that. And I think that a lot of people, when we enter Web3, we have like the imposter syndrome. Like we think that maybe we're not good enough because it's something so new. But actually, I have a whole trajectory developing brands, doing a lot of designs. And right now, I just want to give those designs to people who maybe don't know what to do, but I do.
A round of applause.
Hello everyone, my name is Olaf Zaleski, founder and CEO of Crokex.com. Crokex is basically the WordPress of NFT games. So basically, you can use the Crokex tool to make your own NFT game, and you don't have to hire a third-party service. Use my service, and it is free. Hands down, the cheapest, most effective, most simplistic way to make your own NFT games.
How old are you?
How old am I? 17.
You see this? This is the future. Give me a round of applause.
Hey everyone, I'm Alicia Mall, or on Twitter at Biggie Malls. There are 1.5 million nonprofits, and virtually none of them have the technology to receive all of the great wealth accumulated from crypto. I'm the founder and CEO of GivePack, where we're helping build the technology to get your crypto donations to cash for nonprofits, where the revenue goes to fund a DAO for social good. Marco took those quotes, learned a lot from you. Thank you all for having me, and looking forward to meeting everyone. GIVPACT, GivePact on Twitter, give_pact on Instagram, and would love to have your nonprofit on board, and love to have your donations in if we can finish our $2 million pre-seed round.
That was nice.
Hello, everyone. My name is Eliza. I am the founder and CEO of NFShe. I have launched a lifestyle brand, and I am tying physical products to the blockchain, my own physical products. I am a one-woman show. In order to redeem the physical products, you buy an NFShe, you mint your NFShe. I'm also very focused on onboarding, so I have created a very seamless experience for shoppers, and essentially it mimics a traditional Web 2 experience in the way that you shop for your item, not on a marketplace. I host it all on my site. So I've built out a lot of infrastructure to help support people who don't know a lot about cryptocurrency, so you can pay with your credit card. I partnered with paper.xyz in order to do this. Also, I host events. I hosted an event during NFT NYC with 14 speakers. It was sold out. It was really incredible. Shout out to all the women out here. My event created space for women during NFT NYC, and it was really a joy to see so many people in person, because I know that this is a very virtual environment. I also want to thank CryptoMondays and Empire DAO for creating such an awesome vibe and for bringing so many incredible people together. It's so hard to find an in-person community, I feel like, in this crypto world. It's so virtual, and it's hard enough to find events to go to. So today's my first time at CryptoMondays, and I am so happy that I came. I just want to thank the team here for putting this all together.
Crypto.
What's the site?
NFShe.io.
NFShe.io.
Hey again, everyone. My name's Edgar Rosari, and by day, something I'm really passionate about. I work for Render Token, which is a decentralized GPU render. The first one on the blockchain. So I'm looking to expand our artist community. I came here for the first time to this event today, and yeah, I want to connect with more 3D artists. You can follow us at Render Token on Twitter. And also, my passion project is a Web3 based community that started about 3 years ago on Clubhouse, and we host experiences around the world. We have an experience coming up September 9th through the 11th in California. And if you know anyone in California who's really involved in the Web3 space, we would love to bring them out to it's really intimate, unique experiences that are created through our community. And yeah, we would love for you to come out and be a speaker. If you have videographers and photographers, we also need them. So please, yeah, and I would love to connect with you guys virtually. So nice to meet you all. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Just to give you a heads up, there are 6 Crypto Mondays in California. Yes, it is. Stu, you coming up?
Okay. How's everybody doing? My name is Stu Kwan. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you to Crypto Monday. Thank you, Abby, and the whole crew. My Twitter handle is Stu Kwan, STUKWAN. Where basically, I'm an influencer. We do spaces every day. Monday to Friday, we have one of the longest running space on Twitter. Since October of last year, we have not stopped. 5 days a week. You can kick me out, we're there. 5 days a week, we're there. But we're about to do a big event on September 9th. We're involving all the community. We would like to invite everybody here. If you want information, I'll share it with you after we're done. But we're doing a women's empowerment of Web3. We got some amazing women. And I want to talk to you, young lady over here. You're amazing. So we're gonna speak to you right after. I would love to have some powerful women in the house to represent, because the women are in this space and they need to be recognized, but it's gonna be fun. We got music, I'm a DJ, so it's gonna be on. So we want everybody here to please show support. September 9th, come out. And thank you very much for this time. Thank you. You gonna wrap it up? Y'all ready to wrap it up? Oh, no, cool.
Hey.
Hey.
So, I'm a developer for DeFi Llama, which is DeFi's biggest. Oh. Hi. I'm a developer for DeFi Llama, and this DeFi Llama. DeFi Llama.
Hey, yo.
Yes.
What?
So we are the biggest and most open and transparent DeFi analytics dashboard. We track over 130 chains and over 1,800 DeFi protocols. And if you would like to listed on our project, I mean, if you would like to be listed on our site, you can just contact me or directly go on our GitHub and make an adapter for us.
What's your info? What's your info?
Let me make this a little bit easier for you. What's your Instagram? How can they contact you?
I don't have Instagram. I have a Twitter.
Okay, what's your Twitter? Let's start with that.
It is at Memusona Guru.
Oh my goodness.
Spell that. Spell it. Spell it.
Look, we know it's crypto, but we're not trying to figure out crypto right now.
That's funny.
This guy was very nervous here.
Oh, no. Talk to me. No, just talk to me. Talk to me. So, hey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, how did you like Crypto Mondays?
This is my first time here.
Oh,
it's in New York.
Oh, welcome. So how does it feel to come in a room with a group of people with all like minds? How do you like that?
I am very nervous.
Just look at it like this. We're sitting in front of the computer and all of them on the screen. Does that make you still nervous?
Well, since I've been in front of the screen for the past 3 months, it's so much better.
Listen, we all introverts. We all computer nerds in here. Don't worry. Don't worry. So what is your Twitter?
You know what? How about just DM at DeFi Llama?
Oh, that works. DM at DeFi Llama.
Yep, at DeFi LLAMA.
Hold on, before we go,
yes,
because it's your new day, we want you to do the chant. So you say crypto, they're gonna say Monday, but you gotta put some oomph in it. You ready?
All right.
Go.
Crypto.
Monday.
Yeah. Crypto.
Monday.
Y'all have a good night. Thank you. God bless.
That was dope. That was dope. John. Yo, John, shit, I axed out. Did I save it? Did it save? It's still going.